You nasty, bro. It's okay though, cause I love you. I still love you, no matter how nasty you get. All right, homie G's. Let's go ahead and jump into our first game of our semifinals here. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. Second game of our semifinals here. This is gonna be. We're gonna start off on Ohana, WCS Ladder Edition. At the top left of Ohana, we're gonna see BlinK. Wonder what tech switch he's gonna go into. And at the bottom right, we are gonna see our other Protoss, who is not purple. He's actually red. Now you know. Now you know. He's gonna be BCN Palo. That was weird. He's gonna be BCNcheddaR, and he's red. And he's gonna be Protoss. Wonder what tech switch he's gonna go into. Alrighty, baby. Oh, Spring. Spring, your my nickname for you is Spring Roll. That's okay. Oh baby, what do we have in store? This is going to be a PvP on Ohana. Now I do remember BlinK mentioned that Ohana PvP is his least favorite / worst matchup or worst map. BlinK being a little BM here, I think. Man, BlinK was so BM with whatchamacallit? Oh no. Oh my god. Here we go again. Builds the forge and then is moving his probe out towards his opponent's position. We do have this probe checking out possible positioning for a 2-Rax going on before he scouts his opponent. He's going to see a second probe here, which should give him an indication that something is going amiss, as he already saw a probe in his main. Now you see one probe trapping himself in with the cannon. However, he's not happy with that positioning, and this probe going to try and get the eyes on the prize that is going to be the high ground here. Exactly, Spring Roll. Not again. No! Don't do it! Not again! Not like this! That's exactly it, man. We are going to see the Zealot being chrono boosted out. The second cannon is down. Double pylon power means this cannon is going to be here to stay. Cannon warps in, and these probies are going to be able to power it down, but at what cost, as the cannon is going to go down once again. BlinK logic. If one cannon isn't enough, I shall build 2. And we'll see if this theory works out for him. Go ahead and go on the units production tab. The units tab. We do have 13 probes for Cheddar, as well as 14 probes for BlinK. Pylon power is going down on the high ground. However, this will allow him to leapfrog some more units. No gas on the intake here, so he is saving up money so that he can cannon, potentially hold back any more cannons coming down here. So this cannon is going to take a little bit of damage here. BlinK says wrong, being the most BM player I've ever known. And let's go ahead and see what BlinK wants to do after this, as he does get his gateway. Most likely will get his forge relatively fast and go into something a little more standard here. One cannon is officially down. BCNcheddaR desperately trying to hold us now, but we do see BlinK moving back into a more standard play, as we do see the gateway. The simulator, he is going to have a huge advance in his tech, and by tech I mean warp gate tech and gateway units. I think BlinK is going to make a few enemies today in the chat room. I'm not sure about it though. Alrighty, now BCNcheddaR trying to lick his wounds and move forward using that chrono boost to his own avail. We do have in the units tab 24 probies versus 17. BlinK is going to plummet himself into the early game, as this is beyond early game. This is like fetus status. This is the fetus of the game. Cannons and forges. And it looks like the advantage that BlinK wanted has been solidified. BCNcheddaR feeling a little safe now. However, he is forced to make all his buildings up here a little awkward. We are going to see 21 probes to 27 probes. Gateway as well as a robotics facility following up directly after double gases have been taken in. Good old BCNcheddaR is able to get a nice little scout here. He sees what his opponent is doing. I don't think he did not see the robotics facility, which is actually going to be it's actually going to be pretty bad here. A bit unforgiving. I see 3 gateways coming down here as the warp tech is officially done. I think BlinK is counting on some stalker aggression, and he's hoping that he can get an immortal out first to go ahead and deal with it. Fast expansion going down, considering the situation here. What's the score? That's a great question. The score is 1 point for BlinK, 1 win for BlinK, and now we are on the second game. Little spoiler alert here for all you guys watching. Go ahead and mute if you don't want to know what happened in the first game. But the first game, 3, 2, 1. The first game, BlinK did a very similar build that he did here today. At this game, he cannon rushed. He cannon rushed on Antigua shipyards, and then opened up with cannon rush on Ohana. And that's just how it worked. Best of 5. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. What's going on, Togiden? This kid talking about $8, 3 gateways and a robotics facility, getting the robo fast. While on the other hand, on the other end of the world, BCNcheddaR has his 3 gateways and robotics facility, getting his +1 since he already has a forge anyway. Let's see if we actually have a +1 going down as well for BlinK. 24 to 30 probes. Immortal coming out here, while it looks like BCNcheddaR is concerned with clearing out these units that might give BlinK just enough time to go ahead and saturate this base and get an army up and take advantage of this relatively fast expansion. Right now, it looks like BlinK has full control of the map if he does choose to take it. He is opting not to take any of these towers. He's confident that nothing's going to sneak by these. Units. We're going to see some cute micro here. Looks like all these units are going to be taken out. Oh, I hope he doesn't lose this one. OMG. More immortals. Well, actually, not another immortal coming out. Warp Prism coming out here. I'm really rooting for BCNcheddaR in this situation. But it does look like BlinK's economy is running fast. We are at 42 workers versus 26 here. And in units killed, well, 7 workers killed. BlinK killing 7 of BCNcheddaR's workers as well as 9 of his units so far. And the Warp Prism is up. It is booting a boot. BlinK looks like he's actually gunning for his 3rd now. Natural now able to go down for BCNcheddaR. We are seeing a bit of a little supply block here for BlinK. BlinK forced to get some money here. Forced to stockpile some money. Might have been the reason why he's thinking about taking a 3rd. Warp Prism harassment getting ready to get done in the back. It's very interesting he took down these rocks. It's almost like if there was a contain over here, then he could move down this path, or vice versa. And if we do look at the supply, we are 60 supply for BCNcheddaR, and 82 supply for his opponent. Mortals do so much damage versus stalkers. Right now, we just see Cheddar's army small compared to his opponent. BlinK getting the Thermal Lance and Colossus simultaneously. Oh yeah, don't hate the play, I hate the game. What's going on, Purity of Absolution? What's going on, Kayushi? Pleasure to see you guys. Alright, a little bit of a standoff here as this Warp Prism needs to decide what he wants to do today. Expansion trying to get up. Not having too much luck though. As it is taking, well, the saturation is underway. Gas is being taken, and the big push out comes out for BlinK as he does have his first Colossus out and wants to engage his opponent as his thermal lance is finished. Right now, BCNcheddaR needs to play the defensive game here. He is running back to his ramp. 100 supply versus 75, 25% differentiation there. As it looks like BlinK is waiting for his second Colossus to catch up. Full harassment going down here. These Zealots. The Zealots AI getting the best of them. As they go for the Colossus. Those ballsy Zealots they are. What is going on, homie G's? Alrighty, so the gas is not being taken quite yet. Let's go ahead and look at that unit production tab. 34 to 37. We do see the probe count coming back to an even pace, much more even. 34 to 35 now. Looks like these Zealots are starting to pay for themselves, but still, BlinK did have that economic advantage up until this point, where they will start harvesting the same amount. However, he still does have the supply advantage, still does have the army advantage here. And he has his third in the works. No pylon power around here to defend it. So all these units are gotta be a little careful defending. He can just take off a little chunk of units that he knows can take out 3 or 4 Zealots. He might just be just fine. But scouting third. Then Cheddar grabbing his own third here. Don't worry, Kayushi. I know what you mean, man. I know what you mean. Alrighty, we see the long line of units going down on the minimap. And we're hearing the epic music going down. I think BlinK is ready to attack. This is either going to be the saddest song possible or the happiest song. And it looks like he just wants to take out the third for now. Apparently he scouted it. And the third is going to get canceled. 300 bucks back in the bank, back in his back pocket. And it looks like the engagement is getting close here, though. The units, just looking at both armies, though, it's clear that BlinK has more stalkers than his opponent. Does he actually have BlinK right now? He does have BlinK, which means he can blink forward into these Immortals, which might not be the best, but he can also deal with the Colossus on his own ground here. The third going down once again. It looks like BlinK is a little trapped here. As if we see the big BlinK forward, these Immortals in the back trying to do some damage here, and it looks like BlinK might be in a bad situation right here. These Immortals doing so much damage, but they are getting whittled down. The Immortal's still alive, and the BlinK tech comes into play, and that's going to be that game.